For today's class, we will start with chapter 1. Chapter 1 involve hydroxyl group. When we talk about hydroxyl group, always remember the organic compound contain OH, or we call as an alcohol. Okay. The general formula for alcohol is CnH2n plus 1 OH. This is the general formula for alcohol. So alcohol can be classified into 3 types of alcohol, which are primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol. How do you know alcohol, which alcohol is a primary, secondary, or tertiary based on the structure? Okay, for example here, you have CH3, CH2, 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 OH. Okay, this carbon is considered as primary carbon. Why? Because this carbon attached only to one carbon. Okay. So, of course, when this carbon, primary carbon, attached to OH group, so it will become primary alcohol. How about secondary alcohol? Secondary alcohol okay, this carbon is secondary carbon. Why? Because it attached to one carbon, two carbon at the right and left side. Okay, when this secondary carbon attached to hydroxyl group, so it will become secondary alcohol. And for tertiary alcohol, this carbon is tertiary carbon because it attached to one carbon, two carbon, three carbon. So, this carbon is considered as tertiary carbon. When this carbon attached to hydroxyl group, it will become tertiary alcohol. Okay. So, we move to the IUPAC naming. IUPAC naming of alcohol. Okay, let's say you have CH3, CH2, 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 then OH. First step, you need to find longest parent chain that contain hydroxyl group. So, how many carbon in the longest parent chain? How many carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 carbon. 4 carbon stand for butane. When it is alcohol, this A and E will change to all. So, it will be butanol. And after that, you need to locate the location of the hydroxyl group. So, make sure the location of the hydroxyl group should be at the lowest number. So you count from right to left. So here is 1 butanol. Means that number 1 is representing the location of hydroxyl group. So hydroxyl group attached to carbon number 1. So that's why you put here number 1 butanol. Okay. If you have here so how to name the structure? Okay, because here you have 2 OH group. Okay, always remember, find the longest carbon chain that contain hydroxyl group. So how many carbon in the structure? How many? 1, 2, 3. So 3 carbon is propane. So propane when it in alcohol, so it will become propanol. Then you need to locate the location of the hydroxyl group. So location is number 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3 dash propane diol. So 1 and 3 is the location of the hydroxyl group in the structure. Why you put di? Because there are 2 hydroxyl group in the structure. You need to put di. If you observe 3 hydroxyl group in the structure, you need to put tri. Okay. For your information, if you want to write the name for IUPAC name, always remember in between number and number you put comma. In between number and alphabet you put dash. Okay. So how to name for cyclic alcohol? Means that alcohol in the form of ring. So here we call as cyclic alcohol. So this are cyclohexane attached to OH group. So let's say here you have another substituent. Okay. First step, you need to identify how many carbon in the cyclic ring. How many carbon here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. In the cyclic ring, you need to put cyclo. Cyclo, how many carbon? Hexane. So hexane is changed to alcohol. It will be cyclohexanol. So cyclohexanol. So, and then you need to locate the location of the substituent. Then please make sure the location of the OH group should be at lowest number. So lowest number means here number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is anti-clockwise. Okay. Then you need to write down the location of the substituent. Here is the substituent. When bromine become a substituent, it will be bromo. So 3 bromo cyclohexanol. So if the location is at number 1, no need to put 1 here. Or if you put also, I will accept your answer. But normally we didn't put if the location of the functional group is at location number 1. Except location is more than 1. Number 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6, you need to put the location. So 3-bromocyclohexanol. Okay. Let's discuss another type of question. Okay. So according to our lesson plan, actually, okay. So this is naming. Okay, I will give you another example, more complicated compared to this structure. So here we call as a skeletal structure. Let's say here you have okay. What is the IUPAC naming for this compound? So how? Method number 1, find the longest parent chain that contain hydroxyl group. So how many the hydroxyl group in the structure? 1, 2. So there are 2 hydroxyl group in the structure. Then you need to find the longest carbon chain that contain this both hydroxyl group. So how? You need to try and error lah. You need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one. Then you need to locate. So first, how many carbon in the longest parent chain? 8 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will become octane. So if alcohol, it will become octanol. Octanol. Then number 2, step number 2 is you need to locate the location of the hydroxyl group. Please make sure the location of the hydroxyl group at lowest number. So you need to try lowest number and also lowest set number. So here is from left to right or left to right, silap. From right to left. Here is from left to right. Kan? So let's try. If you count from right to left, so it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the location of the hydroxyl group is at location number 2, number 2 and number 5. How about this one? From left to right. So from right to left, you get location 2 and 5. So the set number 2 plus 5, you get 7. And if you count from left to right, okay, I will put another color so that you can differentiate between this one. Okay, you count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So the location of the hydroxyl group is at location number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. So the set number is 4 plus 7, you get 11. So 11 is more than 7. So we choose the value which is much lower. So we choose this one. Okay, so you need to count from right to left because you want to get lower set number. So if you count from here, then you will get the location of bromine is at location number 3. So the answer is 3 dash bromo dash, and you need to put the location of the hydroxyl group 1, 2. Okay, 2 here, 2, 5 octa diol, because here we observe 2 hydroxyl group in the structure.